All right, what's up, guys? We have a pretty good market this morning. Beyond Meat looks like having a breakout day and kind of an early breakout day Friday. Today looks like it's following through, and we've got majority of things up on my list this morning, which is always fun. Nasdaq 0.64 bouncing off the middle Bollinger Band, whatever that means. LK, hey, what's up, Rob? LK was bouncing last time I saw it. Looks like it took a little leg lower. LK is trying to work its way out of this symmetrical triangle pattern here. So my target for this thing is 21. It got really close to there in the overnight session, and on the open it was down here at about 20.6 is the high, give or take. So we'll see if that can reverse throughout the day. Got Match.com up here, poking up a little bit. Square, similar. Looks like a little bit red. And GLD's been just floating around the barely positive territory all morning today. Came down pretty hard yesterday, really close to this trend line. See if that holds. Hopefully it does. And that's pretty much all she wrote there. Pay's down 17% this morning. Good morning, Eli. Why is Pay's down? Target is 12. So analysts downgrade cutting Pay's by quite a bit. Square dropped. Oh, yeah, it kind of dropped out of the bull flag a little bit, unfortunately. It's still, I think it's doing okay. Volume was a little bit heavy. Wasn't crazy. It's got to turn around though, pretty quick. Cyber 1.56. That's a good sign. Cyber right back into that bull flag. So, I mean, overall things are fine. So I just looked at IBD a little bit before the market opened, and there's no distribution day on Friday on the Nasdaq or the S&P, so that's good. This is not a distribution day. Even though futures have higher volume, the general indexes do not. So all good there. Beyond Meat looks like it's trying to work its way up there. On what, Rob? The earnings part, or the distribution day part? No, that's what I looked. No distribution. All right, let's go top down here. We got Beyond Meat leading the charge today. A Biomed, pretty close second. This guy is kind of getting ready to move. Earnings at 8.1, which is in about a week. There's a slight curl going on, it looks like, ever so slight. Oh, the market is fine. I was going to say good, and I'm like, it's fine. It's not really good. Carvana down at these lows. I tried to play a bounce play for this the other day. Didn't quite work out. Trend line didn't quite work very well. Not sure I want to jump in front of that one exactly yet. It's starting to look pretty good for a low, but I do like a Biomed. It's got a very nice downtrend here, pretty honest, and it's coming right up to that trend line. So we'll see if we'll get a move out of that. LK up, coming right back, 20.4, get to 21. That's good to go for me. Cyber continuation this morning, right there. Another little jump up. Buddy ZTO. Oh, How was Friday? Friday was a pocket pivot. So good volume day on Friday. Pretty good follow through today, 1.6. Volume this morning is pretty healthy. It's above pace for Friday's volume, and it's been rallying pretty hard here. 20 bucks even, and it's knocking on the door of that. It's at 1998. So ZTO could potentially start trying to make a move or something. NASDAQ 0.75%, pretty good. That Shopify trying to come back as well after Friday. Friday may have been a shakeout day. Pretty scary day. Options expiration, or what to make of that. But Shop here looking pretty good. Cyber needs a little bit more. Grifols moved out of that bull flag. Twilio trying to get up. Cyber still in the bull flag. Sand has just been ridiculous. I don't know. Sand could go the way of Pays if this keeps up. Can't get them all. NSC Anik right there looking pretty good too. Match.com with this daily breakout looking okay. Obviously distribution day on Friday, not a lot of momentum this morning. EPAM pulling in slightly. Good volume for Snap this morning. Unfortunately, it's down at the lows, not towards the highs of the day. MDC, I'll pass over this a little bit ago, but looks like it's filling in its chart here. Off of that in time here. Earnings coming up pretty soon. Disney. Cisco still holding up there. That's good. Etsy, not bad. I'm not really too mad at Etsy these days. I like the pattern. Needs a little bit of, probably just delete most of these. Lots of lines on the chart. Whoops. Definitely is an interesting base. $6 to 73. Look how wide these large low bottoms are. Look at that. That's your major breakout point at 23. I would argue for a nice acceleration, but the low was at the beginning of 2016. Didn't move to the beginning of 2018. That was like a 2-year long. It was an uptrend. Don't get me wrong. 6 to 23 is nothing to laugh about, but first of all, you don't buy at 6, right? Second of all, up to 23 for 2 years. That's good gain, but also a long time for it, like a real breakout. Just over that high. Then you have like the IPO high right here, which it really starts to accelerate a little more, 32. So 22% deep. It's too deep for a flat base. And that qualifies as a leg up. So you essentially have, I'm not sure what you end up with here, a really weird cup. Really weird long, could be a saucer and handle. The buy point here is obviously at 73, so. Our GLD 0.21 looks like it took a little jump up. Let's go from the bottom up and we'll meet in the middle there. So Pays taking it on the chin this morning, 17%. Down. NBEV, Chegg, KG not doing much. Atlassian looks like coming down to that 50-day moving average. IIPR kind of staying down after the gap down the other day. After that gap down, no real bounces after that. This thing's I think not really worth taking chances on at the moment. So Winnebago stalling a little bit at recent highs. INSG stalling right at that trend line. MJ looks horrible. Qualis back in. Funko has been really good since that bottoming area, about just around my trend line there. And now we're kind of back up into the greens here. Just had GLD again. And then Amazon. Chopping around the buy area there. Roku's back in the green. And they're back into the green stuff. What do we got up here now? Beyond Meat almost 5%. Looks like high a day again. So great stuff for Beyond Meat. LK up 2%. I was hoping it was going to be a new high. Not quite. Come on, LK. Give me my 21. Let's go to global watch list. And Beyond Meat's topping there as well. SOI. BLFS. SoFun. SoFun. Come on. Don't like internet problems. There we go. Stitch Fix. Not that encouraging for a company with a lot of hype around it. At least the chart's not. FIVN, iRobot, AVGO, Micron. iRobot still down here, still respecting the trend line. Almost makes you just want to buy this thing prior to earnings tomorrow. INCY, let's look. Thank you, Rob. Oh, yeah, pretty good volume this morning. They also have earnings in about a week. Low volume, though. Well, let's see on the 5-minute. Yeah, it's pretty low volume. Good rise, though. I mean, those are good bars. But, yeah. Yeah, we'll see if it tries to break out. It's trying to get above yesterday's or Friday's high. Not doing too bad. It's been forming a little flat bottom here, kind of. Maybe a rounded bottom. Eli, I don't know if I like round bottoms as much. It's got to be a flat bottom. It's got to be flat and square. Damn it. And selling off here INCY a little bit on this candle. And that's usually indicative of low volume. It makes it much easier to pull back. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. It's getting above the 50 here in blue. You know, again, looking on the weekly chart here, cup and handle. Is this off my list? What are we at? 1.75%? Oh, no, it's on my list. Okay. I was going to say. It's crashing? What do you mean crashing? It's not crashing yet. That's not a crash. If you're day trading, it's a crash. It's beyond doing up there. 186 selling off a little bit. Pretty high volume today. Look at that compared to yesterday. Lots of stuff. Trend line down to the second red candle, huh? Well, so my trend line's a little off here at the top. Sure. That's a pretty low volume candle. Also a low volume candle. Yeah, I don't know. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it does hug price a lot more, obviously. It can give you a, maybe a, that can give you a false positive right there at the top. Yeah, since it's just a wick. Yeah, you can do that. Um, I think the point why I've had it up here is I try to respect the wicks because there is actual, there is trading up there. It's not like I arbitrarily drew a trend line like that where there's nothing supporting it. So I think either way is probably valid. This, by having it up here at the top, it keeps you out of trouble a little bit, though. I think it's a little more honest. In some situations, I definitely do omit some wicks. In some situations. It's where usually we're not choppy around the trend line. Not implying this one is, but today it's a little choppy around the trend line, like you mentioned, a very low volume. It's just a judgment call, really, I guess. I mean, the thing about trend lines for me is they kind of tell you about where price action should do some stuff. And so it's not always an automatic buy. I guess that's the other thing too. It's not always an automatic buy when it hits the trend line. Like if that were the case today, would have already been a buy. And as you mentioned, low volume on the run up there. So if you look intraday, it's a little bit different right there. But if you look on the daily chart, we've already poked slightly above it. Which, isn't the end of the world if you, I don't know. Like I said, a small curl here, I don't really mind it at all. I don't really mind the whole general pattern. Whether it's, so over here in the open yesterday, it was trying to breach this high, which is about 81. So the high of the day is 81.95 everything. Otherwise, I go buy me some GE. Let's go look at GE. How you doing? $10. It's going to 30, guys. That's the perma bull in me. It's going straight to 30. Straight up. This week, I'm going to buy some options. It's going to go up here to 30. From 10, perma bull. That'd be a good YouTube channel, Eli. Just do a perma bull channel. All right, guys. GE's going back up to 30. Really make bottom buyers question themselves. This is true. This is very true. 0.90 on the NASDAQ. Wow, that's a nice come up this morning. Pretty good. LK 2.19%. Come on, man. Get me to the promised land. Or the implied land. Get me to the implied land. Stream crashed. I've got it green. Still at 720p, but it's green, so that's something. Hopefully it didn't crash. Maybe just refresh? I don't know. Square back to 1% positive. GLD 0.2%. Roku coming back a little bit after it's actually came back and retested my buy point. That's not bad. Match.com almost 2% higher today. No major volume, but good on the breakout there. Twilio, there you go. Volume's pretty good, pretty consistent. We got a lot of things like breaking out where there's not following through in a tremendous fashion. Could happen though. Crowd holding the gap from the other day on earnings. How's Netflix doing? Horrible. Netflix doing horrible. Which is why gold is up. Kind of. Come on, LK. You're supposed to give me 47%. The hell is this? Seen something I've never seen before. Someone got a new one-time subscription for $0 on my website. I'm like, how does that work? Someone just hacked my site, which is really weird. Beyond 5.23%. Look at that. It's going up. Eli, still got your Beyond? The hell is this? It's like some dude hacked my website. That's weird. Man, NASDAQ 0.9, that's pretty good, man. Hopefully it, I don't know, looks like we still have some backing and filling to do in here. But I like the feeling at 0.9 for this moment. That's pretty good. Cyber 2.28. All right, this guy's holding up pretty strong. Match.com also up 2%. So these little kind of mini breakouts, most of these are holding. Except for, yeah, Square's coming back a little bit. It's not as good as some of these other ones. Roku GLD, Qualys. I think my MJ options for 2021 are just going to expire worthless. That's my feeling right now. We'll see. We got 18 months to go, so just pisses me off. Like I was supposed to do really good in those. Manual gateway. How the flood? And beyond, continuing to go beyond. When are their earnings? 7/29, so they got about a week to go. LK giving it up. Don't give it up, LK. I'm wondering how this guy, June 24th. Don't give it up, LK. GLD's giving it up a little bit. And extend in here. Very good stuff for Beyond Meat. Good, good, good. Doing what you should do. I like it. Oh, what is this? Jesse, June 24th. So he was a subscriber, and I'm interested how this guy looks like a non-reoccurring subscriber and how he changed that about himself. Hmm. All right. Let's get back to some stock stuff. MJ. Yeah, Carvana. Not very convincing, this AM. Roku LK. Already bouncing back a little bit. So things doing pretty good today. Cyber continuing to move up tick by tick. Let's go check out some daily movers. RPM. Whatever that is, looking pretty good right there. Halliburton. That's not SoftBank, is it? NEPT. Wow, what are you? You look interesting. Look at you on the weekly, going up to 3, moving up to 6. I see. Up as high as, yeah, 645. Up to 6, we're at 646. So that could be all-time highs for whatever this thing is, NEPT. It's the nepotism stock. Where's my investors? NEPT. All right, 50 composite rating, 98 relative strength rating. Canada-based company engaged in the extraction, purification, and formulation of cannabis products. Another weed stock. Earnings suck. Sales suck. Most everything sucks. But the chart looks really good actually. It's obviously very extended from a $5 level. It's already up 20%. Not much to do up here, I don't think, but nice. I don't know. There's no articles from IBD, so I don't know what the deal is. Maybe they're one of those under the radar or new to the industry stocks. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm still holding the position, Eli. It's a year and a half. These things can change relatively quickly. It's hard for an ETF to switch on a dime. So, I don't know. If it does get going, it could get going pretty quick. The volume is declining in a very rapid fashion, so maybe by third quarter, start of fourth quarter this year, maybe we'll start to maybe see a rebound. So I'm not giving up on it. It's you don't want to chop up an option. I'm just gonna hold it. If you play this trend line out to its continuation into the channel, you end up September, at the latter part of September, and like I said, maybe it'll start bouncing back up again. Then maybe we can have a bull run. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, a lot of those names aren't doing what everybody expected them to do. No follow through. Beyond up 5.52. Actually, Beyond's on this list too. I didn't realize that. Nepotism in fashion, though. That's a pretty good one. I wish I knew a little bit more about their stuff. What's it called? Neptune Well Soul Inc. That's fun. Neptune Wellness Solutions is what it's called. There you go. Raises $41 million selling shares 4 days ago, which could account 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, they sold some shares and looks like they were bought up. Motley Fool has an article why they're soaring today on this day. Huh. So they popped because they announced a multi-year agreement to provide extraction and purification services to Tilray. So they're servicing the marijuana industry, which is good. Hence the base structure, hence the breakout. Tilray isn't the first big customer for Neptune. Last year, Neptune signed with Canopy Growth. So it's like two of the huge ones. September 2019 is when they're looking to receive the first shipment of biomass for extraction. Wow. So they're actually, looks like they're a services business for the marijuana industry, which probably right now is a better business than being actually the direct to consumer play. Well, this one's not going, Eli. This one's running. There's a slight difference there. You're forecasting something that doesn't look like it's going to happen for a while. And look, the MJ sector is not dead. It just means that the investors don't like it in this cycle. That's the thing. Investors move in cycles, you know. Their attention goes from marijuana because it's running, then it's going to go over. Now it's in cloud computing. At some point it'll come back to marijuana. I just don't, we just don't know when that's going to be. But the company, so this company services the marijuana industry, which is having tremendous growth. So Tilray, which is unprofitable, has to buy their services. So by definition, if they're providing the services, they technically should be profitable. So it's actually pretty interesting. Extraction services, I don't know if they're like a CBD company or what exactly is happening there. 1 million shares traded. Average volume is, yeah, it's looking fine. All right, so here's an article about them closing their $41 million deal. Proceeds will be used in part to fund the cash portion of the initial consideration for the Sugarleaf acquisition. Significant participation by Neptune's directors and management, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here we go. Neptune institutional investors. The CEO invested $5 million in the aggregate as part of this $41 million offering. That's pretty good. No, these guys aren't big. They have Tilray and CGC. They've got two, which is better than one, and they probably have some others. I just started looking into it. So $4.40 per share was their price for the secondary offering. So the board, I think this is the CEO talking. The board joins me in thanking investors who participated in this offering and in welcoming our new shareholders to Neptune. Given recent contracts and the announced extraction capacity expansion plans, we're highly confident in the strength of Neptune's business outlook. My incremental investment in Neptune reflects my conviction in our new CEO and management team and their ability to execute on Neptune's strategy. We opted for this accelerated financing structure to stay on track with the previously announced Sugarleaf closing timeline. Financing comes at a pivotal point in the company's cannabis growth trajectory, particularly given the need to expand our current annual capacity of 200,000 kilograms, which is fully contracted for both fiscal 2020 and fiscal 2021. With this in mind, we look forward to closing the Sugarleaf, which brings U.S.-based capacity, efficient production of high-quality extracts, and strong supplier relationships, all which create a strong value proposition for us. So they're fully booked into fiscal 2020 and 2021. That's pretty good. That's really good. As they add capacity, they'll be able to just... That's really good. So their business is packed, and they just need to build more so they can do more. Cool. Yeah, wish I would have seen that a few days ago. Nice little cup and handle. All right, Beyond Meat, almost 7% now. GH going for it too. NASDAQ 0.68%. Match still in the game. LK, come on, man. Stupid decisions on their phones. Why is your Android pissing you off? GLD basically flat. Yeah, Beyond's definitely the winner on the day here. Shopify coming right back. Oh, look at that. Nice. Twilio's up here. ABMD sold off a little bit. Qualis red. Pays got murdered. You talking about the Android phones, Eli? The Google phones? Square's back down. Yeah, Pays is down pretty far. What do you mean, Rob? What analyst? Oh, for pays? Oh, that's right. Yeah, they had the analyst. Well, here's the thing: is it's this thing's basically parabolic at this point in time, so it's sitting on a perch, man. If you push someone off that ledge, they're gone. And pays got shoved pretty hard. Apparently, I don't know, but it's been teetering on the brink. You see all these red candles taking on the chin. You go in the square. Yeah, I didn't save beyond. I just acted on it, I think. All right, Beyond, keep going. Let's get greedy today, guys. Let's get Beyond over 200. Come on, Daddy needs 11 more dollars. Yeah, that'll 11 bucks. That would double me from here. I'll take that. LK is 1.3, so come on, LK. Good daily chart on Beyond Meat. Look at that. I mean, this thing, I'm not saying it's going to do that, but I mean, in theory, you could see this thing well over $200 in a relatively short period of time. Hopefully, I mean, you don't know for sure. You're probably, it's got a top over here at about 200. It's been consolidating this very nicely. Beautiful entry over here. And then, I mean, easily could just get rolling. I mean, really rolling. It's hard to imply it's going to go to 250, but we were just at 177 this morning. We're at 190 already, so that's 13 bucks. So, couple more days like this, and then you're selling off into earnings. What are earnings for this guy, anyways? 729. So. One week from now would be a pretty good, pretty good. How's our volume today? Excellent. Volume is tremendous here today. They're front-running earnings on this guy. OKTA. That one's looking pretty good. Kind of in the maybe middle / latter stages of a parabolic run. Maybe. Square 0.45. A little bit of a disappointment. Match 226. That's not bad. Brazilian stock running today? Oh, I don't know, Rob. Hopefully. Because I'm all in Brazilian stocks. 13,000% by next week. 13,000 by next week. I'm a permabull, man. Permabull. Beyond Meat. Come on, Beyond Meat. I just want $500, okay? Just $500 Beyond Meat. That's all we want this week. That's it. Is that too much to ask, really? I mean, Tilray went from what? 30 to 300? Why can't this thing go from 50 to 500? Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Real Brazilian? I'll get a whole different kind of audience if I call it Real Brazilian. Oh, red candle for Beyond Meat. No, not a red candle. It's pretty good. I'm up 50% and beyond. That's not a bad one. Oh, 60%. Just refresh my screen. It's probably up a little more than that because this thing lags by 15 minutes. So, yeah, it's probably in the ballpark. I should just make my contribution for the year here. Give me some nice gains on my account without actually making any gains. GLD in the negative now. Yeah, you don't like my style anymore, Eli. I don't know what happened. You don't like my style anymore. Every time I point something out, you're bombing on it. All right. Come on, trend line. All right, let me put an alert down here at my trend line. There we go. All right, so there's my trend line so I can not look at GLD the rest of the day and get scared out of it. All right, Match.com. All right, highs for Match of the day. Waiting for Match to go 50%. I don't know. Match is a little annoying. We don't have the volume's generally declining, so I don't know if there's too many people left to buy Match. I mean, I'm in it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't. Well, you're saying, do you have an option, Rob, or are you in the stock? I don't know if the stock's gonna go 50%. Could get up to 100, which is still pretty good. Roku back in positive. They've been choppy this morning. They've been chopping around positive, negative all day today. Square's coming back a little bit too, which is good. Yeah, that's good, Rob. That's good. Yeah, get confident with your chart reading and your once you know that once you figured out that you have an ability to kind of notice bottoms and notice breakouts and failures and stuff like that, then you can probably start to look into some options trading. Because I mean, it isn't a I used an analogy the other day. I think I called it like an account meat grinder or something like that. which was pretty apt. I mean, it really is. It's definitely an amplifier to your account, and that can be good or bad depending on your skill set at the time and how you're reading the markets. LK back to 1.5. Come on, I just need 21. I'll take my 47% and go away. For some reason that just sticks in my mind. Well, it's funny because I'm looking at LK and I'm looking at this chart. I'm like, oh, we can get back to 21. So I'm looking at the options, looking at stock shed, and I'm like, yeah, we were here at the end of the day over here at like 1984. I'm like, oh, we move $1.20 and I get 47%. Sounds like a pretty reasonable bet. So, I mean, this overnight print is fine for the 21 hit. The problem is I couldn't sell my option at that time, so I'm waiting for it to perk up again a little bit. And it's got a little bit of upward momentum to it these past few days, so hopefully it'll bounce up there. But I don't know. We'll see. Unfortunately, this morning it's been chopping lower and volume's been a little bit elevated, which not super happy with. I'd probably close it out pretty close to flat if I were to at this stage of the game. All right, Beyond holding up there. Looks like it survived a red candle so far. Oh, it survived a couple of them. Look at that. Good extension there, though. That's pretty nice. And on the daily, it's just beautiful. Very beautiful. Your little cup, your little squeeze right there, and then your expansion. So very nice. Give me more of these steps. Find these in those $6 stocks, guys. Those $3 to $6 Nasdaq stocks. I wonder if we can do that. How many of those have we seen? Can I just do a new one? I just want to do a new scan. What's this custom stuff I got going on here? I think I was trying to do the... Yeah, it's fine. I'll just run over it. No biggie. So we can do... I can do close, which they are last. Minimum of $1, maximum of $10, and don't really need percentage change right now, but we do want, what do we want? We could do we want volume to be normalized, don't we? They have average volume. Average volume. There we go. 50 period. I think we use 20 day. Oh, I never really worked on it, Rob. I've tried it on this platform several times. I haven't had any success with actually building it. So, yeah. We need 300,000 on the day. Okay. So between 1 and 10, average 300,000. Let's do... well, I don't really know of a candlestick pattern I want. Licensed studies, huh? Look at that. I want the 52-week popular studies. I want to be like close to 52-week, like within 15% of a 52-week high or something like that. Near highs, lows. Current prices within. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is fine. So let's do within 20%. Oh, Mongo that'd be easy in Mongo. Super easy. Within the high to it. So that's a 52 week high. So 252, that should be 52 week high. So between 1 and 10, average volume close to a high. Oh, I should say on the NASDAQ. There's not too many here, actually.
Daddy?
Yeah, what's up, James?
Can I have one of my candies?
No, we can have breakfast. Okay, so we can go to... We can decouple this. And then what I can do is go back to my charts here. Is Beyond Meat's a little choppy right now. GLD positive, Square positive, LK, Cyber match. Things holding out. Okay, so what I can do is I can customize these, and I don't really care about any of these. Market cap would be good to know. Volume, percent change, net change. That's fine. We'll remove all those, and then I'll add the send to red. There we go. All right, looks good. So we got last, percent change, market cap. We can go by market cap. That would be pretty good. So let's do that. Let's go by market cap. I'll move this to the other screen, and we'll go to ABEV. Not bad. Cup and handle-ish situation. ENLAY. $49 billion company here. We don't really want that large of a company, though, do we? We want something a little... Okay, I'll go down. There's not too many of them. Let's walk down here trying to see if we can find something. I'm not sure. 5 billion, 3 billion. AGI. That was not too bad. Yeah.
I read 3 whole books in 3 days.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
These are all the books
That's great, Ethan. AVP, that one looks pretty good. 397, couple of setups right there. That's Avon.
These are all the ones I finished.
Wow. You actually read them and finished them, Finn? Were they good books?
Mm-hmm.
Have you read all the other ones? You gonna keep going?
Yeah, I just started reading another one that has 300 pages.
Cool. As long as you enjoy the books. It doesn't matter if they're 4 pages or 300, buddy. Wow, kids reading. FG taking on the chin today. BDJ. Let's see. GAB Gabelli. I'm not sure what Gabelli is. The Oracle of Native America has spoken. I wish she wouldn't do stuff like that. She's going to hurt some people with that. I don't like that at all. Ballard, look at this guy. This guy with some nice little scallops going on here. This is kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, it's not as nice as what I'm talking about, but this is something that could get interesting at some point. Ballard Power Systems Incorporated, 940 million market cap, so under $1 billion. This is kind of where I think we want to live. This one's not bad. Franklin Templeton Investments. Why are you way down here? See, that's a little weird. I want this to be a newer company that not too many people have heard of. CMO Capstead. No, I want it to be coming out of Lowe's, not going into Lowe's. It's not horrible. That's horrible. See, if I was a perma bull, Eli, I'd be buying this because it's definitely going to bounce back. But yeah, I'm pretty much a perma bull. It's not a stupid one. AT. Okay, see, that's a little better, but the chart looks like crap. At least we're not diving into the dirt. That one's not bad, but its chart's way too wide. We're like the 3 little bears looking for something that's just right. Oh, that one's pretty good. Already moved, though. 7:47 already, wow. Just noticed the time. And then a CST. Oh, that's interesting. Not sure why it's 40 back in 2013. So Scan didn't even catch up this other one. Oh, you know why? Because I said near highs, lows. within 20%. I could add a couple more features in here. I could add a market cap feature probably. What is that? Oh. There we go, market cap. I could say within 50 million to go like 1,000. And then we could say, should give me the same thing, just reduce market cap. Anyway, we can add some stuff if we want to. I'm going to save this pretty interesting one. Intersect with, how do I save it? How do I save a scan? Save scan query. There we go. Looking for cheap stock scan. Super stocks. That's a good way to put it. Okay. So that's saved. That's good. All right, so Beyond Meat up here, selling off a little bit of consolidation for the day. Shop is working pretty good today. Good volume. Intraday, not looking too bad. Trying to get in highs. GH, kind of similar. Twilio pausing at highs as the Nasdaq pauses too. It says 0.68% was up almost 1%. INCY broke Rob's early trend line here. Looks like it's holding up pretty good. Volume, as he noted, is not very good. Match.com, pretty good. Biomed tried and failed the trend line. Cyber holding pretty good. Cyber looking good. Etsy looking pretty good. EPAM, MDCO chopping around at the lows there. So, all right, guys, I got to get going. It's already 7:50. My goodness. Time flies when you're having fun. LK, unfortunately, not doing so hot. We'll see if I'm going to trim or cut this. I could trim it in half. We'll see. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Otherwise, I'll see you in the Real Crypto Power Hour later on. Bye-bye.